We are currently watching a racing simulator with AI drivers. After the initial race start, we have R.R. Raphael from Team Blast in 2nd place, followed by Okioki3 in 19th, and Smurf20 from Team for 20 in 22nd place. Let's see how this race unfolds. Stismation Junge said, 60 laps. It can definitely be a long and grueling race with 60 laps. But it's exciting to see how the drivers will manage their tires, fuel and pit stops throughout the race. Let's see how it goes. Luke Runs from Team Bug is in 9th position, trailing AV21 who is in 8th position by 0.2 seconds. AV21, on the other hand, is also in 9th position, trailing Luke Runs from Team Bug in 8th position by just 0.1 seconds. Resulti Adhar is currently in 12th position and is 0.5 seconds behind Shahashi in 11th position. Lastly, Judas Smoka Blunt from Team for 20 is running in 7th position and trailing Dreexy01, who is in 6th position, by 0.4 seconds. Ad 21 is currently driving an Alfa Romeo and is in 9th position, 0.4 seconds behind Luke Runs from Team Bug in 8th position. Resulti Adhar is driving a BMW and currently in 12th position, 0.4 seconds behind Shahashi in 11th position. Speaking of Shahashi, they are currently in 11th position, 0.4 seconds ahead of Resulti Adhar in 12th position. Also, Okyoki 3 is in 18th position, 0.2 seconds ahead of So Serious 35 in 19th position. Right now, Resulti Adhar is in 12th place and trailing behind Shahashi, who is in 11th place. Judas Mocha Blunt from Team 420 is doing pretty well and is currently in 7th place, only 0.3 seconds behind Streaksy01, who is in 6th place. Lastly, Ngstring is in 10th place, but their best lap is still over 4 seconds slower than the fastest lap so far. That's the current situation on the track. Shahashi is driving an Alfa Romeo and currently in 11th place, trailing Ngstring in 10th by 0.2 seconds. Oberleixemarks is in 21st place, 0.4 seconds behind Iswarox in 20th. Meanwhile, Judas Mocha Blunt from Team 420 is holding strong in 7th place, just 0.4 seconds behind Streaksy01 in 6th. Strofe is in 14th place and trailing behind Eco Reno from Team Eco Racing by 0.4 seconds. Eco Reno from Team Eco Racing had a faster lap time by 0.6 seconds. Meanwhile, Ngstring is in 10th place, leading Shahashi by 0.4 seconds, who is in 11th place. Resulti Adhar is currently in 12th place and chasing Shahashi with a gap of 0.3 seconds. Shahashi and Resulti Adhar are currently battling for 11th and 12th positions with only a tiny gap between them. Meanwhile, Judas Mocha Blunt from Team 420 is in 7th place but not far behind Streaksy01 in 6th. Lastly, Ngstring is currently holding down the 10th position. Judas Mocha Blunt from Team 420 is trailing behind Streaksy01, currently in 6th position. Ngstring is trying to catch up to Ad 21 in 9th position, while Resulti Adhar is not too far behind in 11th position. and Gary 710 from Team for 20 is currently in the 15th position, just 0.5 seconds behind Drove in 14th place. Ngstring and Rizaldiadhar are closely competing for the 10th position, with Ngstring just losing a tenth to Rizaldiadhar. Meanwhile, Judas Mocha-Blunt from Team for 20 is trailing behind Drakesy 01 in 6th position. These are some exciting developments we're seeing in this racing simulator. Ngstring is currently in 10th position, while Shahashi is in 12th place, just trailing behind Rizaldiadhar in 11th place. Ngstring is driving a Peugeot and is trying to catch up to Ad 21 in 9th position. Currently, we have Rizaldiadhar in 11th position and Ngstring in 10th position, with a 0.3 second gap between them. Shahashi is close behind in 12th position. Also, R.A. Raphael from Team Blast is doing well and currently in 2nd place with a great lap time of 1:13.312. Judas Mocha-Blunt from Team for 20 is currently in position 7, trailing behind Drakesy 01 in position 6 by 0.4 seconds. Shahashi is currently in position 12, with a gap of 0.3 seconds to Rizaldiadhar in position 11. Meanwhile, Watsy 3 is currently in position 26, following closely behind 10K Manine 704 in position 25 with just a 0.4 second gap. Henrichter said, "Special event." Unfortunately, there is no special event happening right now. Our next scheduled event is on Monday at 1 p.m. East. But don't worry, we have exciting races happening all the time, so keep watching and cheering on your favorite driver. Luke Runs from Team Bug is currently in 9th place and 0.3 seconds behind at 21 in position 8. Rizaldiadhar is currently in 11th place and 0.4 seconds behind Ngstring in position 10. Judas Mocha-Blunt from Team for 20 is in 7th place and 0.5 seconds behind Drakesy 01 in position 6. Finally, Luke Runs from Team Bug remains in 9th place. Due to Smoke a Blunt from Team 420 is currently in position 7, trailing behind Dreeksy01 who's in position 6. Meanwhile, Mkstring is chasing Luke Runs from Team Buck who's in position 9, and also trailing behind F21 in position 8. Lastly, Mkstring is currently in position 10. We have Rizaldi Adhar in position 11, just 0.2 seconds behind Mkstring who is in position 10. Ad21 is currently in position 9, trailing Luke Runs from Team Buck by 0.4 seconds. Meanwhile, Shahashi is in 13th place, just 0.5 seconds behind Eco Reno from Team Eco Racing who is in position 12. And finally, Dreeksy01 is currently holding onto position 6. Our 40 from Team Underdogs is currently in 15th position, while Okioki 3 is just behind in 16th. Patati Bulge is currently entering the pits in 22nd position. Meanwhile, Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports is doing well in 11th place. 10K Manine 704 is also making a pit stop in 25th position. Finally, Duff Dad from Team Eco Racing is currently in 36th position, 2.0 seconds behind Jesus in position 35. Cedric from Team MD Racing is currently in position 12, while Strove, Wafflecuptert, and Bobardo from Team Blast are exiting the pits and taking up positions 31, 32, and 33 respectively. We just saw Kevin exit the pits in 36th position, while Hoped03 from Team Nafgum Kings passed Sabine 27 from Team Blast for 4th. Meanwhile, Smurf20 from Team for 20 currently holds position 6, and Jomb073 is entering the pits in 8th place. On the other hand, Driftin Shadow just exited the pits in 38th position, while Okyoki3 also exited the pits but in 39th place. We've got some action happening as we speak. Smurf20 from Team for 20 just exited the pits in position 7, while Driftin Shadow and Jomb073 also made pit stops. Duvdad from Team Eco Racing and Jesus are both also exiting the pits, currently in positions 19 and 20 respectively. And just to update you, Smurf20 from Team for 20 is now in position 8. That's the recap so far. Feds just exited the pits and is now in 29th position, while Artikangas is also leaving the pits and currently in 34th position. Luke Runs from Team Bug passed Smurf20 from Team for 20 for the 8th place, while Shahashi is currently in the 9th position. And that's the current update for now. Ad21 is currently in 11th place, trailing behind Smurf20 from Team for 20 who's in 10th. Shahashi is 9th and trying to catch up to Luke Runs from Team Bug in 8th place. Meanwhile, Eco Reno from Team Eco Racing is in 15th place and chasing after Unknowns in 14th. We have Dreegsy01 in 18th place, just 0.3 seconds behind Jomb073 in 17th. Dreegsy01 was able to improve their lap time by 24.6 seconds last lap. Ad21 is currently in 11th place, only 0.5 seconds behind Smurf20 from Team for 20 who's in 10th. And finally, Eco Reno from Team Eco Racing is in 15th place, trailing Unknowns in 14th by just 0.3 seconds. Dreegsy01 just passed Jomb073 for 17th position, while Eco Reno from Team Eco Racing is currently in 15th position, trailing behind Unknowns who is in 14th position. Meanwhile, Resulti Adhar is in 21st position, with a gap of 0.3 seconds behind Duvdad from Team Eco Racing who is in 20th position. That's the recap so far. Eco Reno from Team Eco Racing is currently in 15th position, with a best lap of 1:17.050, and therefore 0.080 of the fastest lap. Pashatibulge is following closely behind in 16th position, just 0.3 behind Eco Reno. Dreeksy01 is in 17th position with a best lap of 1:16.466, and they are 3.496 off the fastest lap. Meanwhile, Eco Reno is just edging out Pashatibulge, currently 0.1 ahead in 15th position. Pashatibulge and Eco Reno from Team Eco Racing just swapped 15th place, with Pashatibulge currently holding the position. Meanwhile, Ad21 is currently in 10th place and trailing Shahashi in 9th by 0.5 seconds. That's all for now. Icewarax is in 23rd position, trailing 0.5 seconds behind Duff Dad from Team Eco Racing in 22nd position. Interestingly, Icewarax outperformed Duff Dad from Team Eco Racing by 0.8 seconds on the previous lap. Strove is currently in 27th position, following 0.4 seconds behind Sidriq from Team MD Racing in 26th place. Moving on to Eco Reno from Team Eco Racing, who is currently in 15th place, driving a BMW, and engaged in a close battle with Pashatibulge. Dreeksy01 is currently in 17th place, just behind Pashatibulge, who is in 16th. Pashatibulge is ahead of Eco Reno from Team Eco Racing by 0.2 seconds, but Eco Reno from Team Eco Racing lost their 16th position to Dreeksy01. Unknowns is also close behind in 16th place, just 0.1 seconds behind Dreeksy01. Finally, Eco Reno from Team Eco Racing is currently in 17th place, trailing behind Unknowns by 0.3 seconds. Pashatibulge is currently in position 15 and has the best lap time of 1:17.811, which is 4.841 seconds off the fastest lap. Obalixamarx is currently in position 18 and is trailing behind Unknowns, who's in 17th place. Eco Reno from Team Eco Racing is driving a BMW, and they are currently in 16th position, 0.5 seconds behind Pashatibulge. Lastly, Obalixamarx is still in 18th position, 0.1 seconds behind Unknowns in 17th place. That's the current situation on the track. We have Rizaldi Adhar currently in 19th, and Jesus in 23rd driving a BMW. They are closely battling it out with Unknowns and Duffdad from Team Eco Racing respectively. Meanwhile, Hogged03 from Team Navgun Kings is currently in a strong third position with the best lap time of 1:12.970. Rizaldi Adhar is currently in 18th place behind Marks in 17th, while F21 is in 10th place and chasing Shahashi in 9th. Meanwhile, Rizaldi Adhar is again behind Marks in 17th, with a gap of 0.3. Finally, Luke Runs from Team Bug is fighting for position, currently in 8th and trailing behind Gary 710 from Team for 20 in 7th. Resulti Adhar is currently in 18th position, while 10K 704 is in 13th ahead of Eco Reno from Team Eco Racing, who is just behind at the 14th position. And finally, Duvdad from Team Eco Racing is currently in 25th position. Shahashi is currently in the 10th position with a best lap time of 1:17.175, which is 4.205 seconds slower than the fastest lap. Meanwhile, Eco Reno from Team Eco Racing is in the 14th position, trailing behind 10K 704, who's in 13th place. Duvdad from Team Eco Racing is currently in the 25th position, but slightly ahead of Trove in 26th position. Lastly, Eco Reno is now positioned in the 13th spot, but is 0.4 seconds behind Smurf 20 from Team for 20 in 12th place. Icewarox is currently in 21st position and trailing behind Unknown's in 20th position by only 0.3 seconds. Eco Reno from Team Eco Racing is currently in 13th position, chasing Smurf 20 from Team for 20 in 12th position by 0.3 seconds. Trove is in the 25th position with a best lap of 1:17.875, which is 4.905 seconds slower than the fastest lap time. They have successfully overtaken John 073 to get in 24th position. Finally, Resulti Adhar is in 17th position, just 0.4 seconds behind Patati Bulgin. Ngstring just exited the pits, currently in 6th position. Eco Reno from Team Eco Racing is now sitting at 14th, followed by So Serious 35 in 18th. Luke Runs from Team Bug just left the pits and is now at 9th place. Unknown's is entering the pits and is presently 19th, while Av21 is exiting the pits and holding down the 10th position. Drift and Shadow and Kevin are currently in a close battle for position 36 with only 0.2 seconds separating them. Meanwhile, Eco Reno from Team Eco Racing, Dreegsy01, and Patati Bulge have all just exited the pits and will be looking to make up some ground. On the other hand, Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports has just entered the pits and is currently in 34th. That's the recap for now. Manamais Peter from Team Underdogs is currently in the 12th position. We have Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports, Drift and Shadow, and Kevin all exiting the pits and sitting in positions 36, 37, and 38 respectively. And finally, we have Trove, who is currently in the 16th position. 4 drivers just made pit stops. Peter from Team Underdogs got out in position 26, followed by Strofe in position 28. Meanwhile, So Serious 35 holds position 25 and Okyoki 3 exits the pits in position 33. That's the recap for now. We just saw 2 drivers from Team Blast exiting the pits, one in position 34 and the other in position 6. Patatibolge is currently in 18th place, trailing by 0.5 behind Obelix Marks in position 17. We also saw Dufdad from Team Eco Racing entering the pits while currently placed 12th, and Feds entering while currently placed 13th. Finally, Jump 073 is currently in 11th position. Jesus is now in 16th place, while Arctic Angus is entering the pits at position 28. Meanwhile, Cedric from Team MD Racing has just exited the pits and currently sits at 23rd place. Dufdad from Team EKO Racing is also out of the pits and is currently in 25th position. Vachur is holding steady at 16th place, while Jump 073 has just joined the race exiting the pits at position 28. Amin San from Team Nafgum Kings just exited the pits and is currently in position 4. Unknowns is ahead of Jesus in position 19, while Russell Diadhar is trailing 10K Manin 704 in position 13. Lastly, Patatibolge is currently in 12th position, just 0.4 seconds behind Obelix Marks in position 11. In the current standings, Russell Diadhar is in 14th position, just 0.2 seconds behind 10K Manin 704 in 13th. Patatibolge is currently sitting in 12th position, 0.4 seconds behind Obelix Marks, who is currently in 11th. However, Obelix Marks was 0.7 seconds faster last lap. And finally, 10K Manin 704 is in 14th position, just 0.4 seconds behind Russell Diadhar in 13th. Iceworox is currently in position 19 driving a Lader, and is 0.3 seconds ahead of Jesus in position 20 who is driving a BMW. That's the current situation on the track. Sabine 27 from Team Blast is currently in the 7th position, just behind Luke Runs from Team Bug in the 6th position. So Serious 35 is in the 17th position, about 0.5 seconds behind Smurf 20 from Team for 20 who's currently in the 16th position. And Shahashi is currently in the 28th position. That's the current status of the race. Unknowns is currently behind Iceworks in position 18, with a gap of 0.4. Sabine 27 from Team Blast is trailing behind Luke Runs from Team Bug in position 6 by 0.3. Smurf 20 from Team for 20 is in position 17, and has the best lap of 1:18.182, but is still 5.212 seconds off the fastest lap. And lastly, Sabine 27 from Team Blast is currently in 7th position. Miname Peter from Team Underdogs is currently in 23rd place and 0.3 seconds behind Feds in position 22. On the other hand, Sabine 27 from Team Blast is currently in 7th place and 0.4 seconds behind Luke Runs from Team Bug in position 6. Later on, Miname Peter was able to improve and is now 0.2 seconds behind Feds, while Sabine 27 is trailing behind Luke Runs from Team Bug by 0.3 seconds. Welcome Swanson Johnson to the channel. Thanks for following. I hope you enjoy the show and feel free to join in on the chat. Sabine 27 from Team Blast is in 7th position and is just 0.3 seconds behind Luke Runs from Team Bug in 6th place. Vacher is currently ranked 15th with a best lap time of 1 minute and 18.319 seconds, which puts them 5.349 seconds off from the fastest lap time. So Serious 35, driving a Chevrolet, is in 16th place and just 0.5 seconds behind Vacher in position 15. Sabine 27 from Team Blast is currently in 7th position and is trailing Luke Runs from Team Bug, who is in 6th by 0.4 seconds. Meanwhile, Vacher is holding on to the 15th position, staying ahead of So Serious 35 by 0.3 seconds. Sabine 27 is pushing hard and is close behind Luke Runs from Team Bug by 0.2 seconds. We have Vacher in position 15 and is currently trailing behind 10K Manine 704, who's in position 14. On the other hand, Sabine 27 from Team Blast is in position 7, and she's just 0.3 seconds behind Luke Runs from Team Bug in position 6. Right behind her is Ed 21, who's only 0.2 seconds away from overtaking her. Lastly, 10K Manine 704 is holding onto his position in 15th place, just 0.1 seconds ahead of So Serious 35 in 16th position. Manine 704 lost position 15 to So Serious 35, while F21 is currently in 8th place and is trailing Sabine 27 from Team Blast in position 7. So Serious 35 is currently in 15th place but was 1.8 seconds faster last lap than Vacher in position 14. There was also some action between Jesus and Unknowns, with Jesus trailing by 0.3 behind Unknowns. Lastly, Luke Runs from Team Bug is currently in 7th place, 0.1 behind Sabine 27 from Team Blast in position 6. Ad 21 has the 7th position currently, with their best lap being a 1. Ad 21 is currently in 8th position with Luke Runs from Team Bug just ahead in 7th. However, Luke Runs from Team Bug overtook Ad 21 to take the 7th position. On the other hand, Smurf 20 from Team for 20 is currently in 17th, behind 10K Manine 704 in 16th, but Smurf 20 put in a 1.7 faster lap time on the previous lap. Jesus is currently in 21st position, while Smurf 20 from Team for 20 is in 17th place driving a Volvo, and is closely followed by 10K Manine 704 in 16th. Meanwhile, Gary 710 from Team for 20 is in 20th place trailing behind Unknowns in 19th, with a difference of only 0.2 seconds. Unknowns is in 20th and trailing behind Gary 710 from Team for 20 who is in 19th. Luke Runs from Team Bug is currently in 7th and chasing Sabine 27 from Team Blast in 6th. In the meantime, Cruzio 1230 is in 22nd and is struggling to catch up to Jesus in 21st. Finally, Strofe in 26th is making some progress, with a faster lap time compared to Feds in 25th. Sabine 27 from Team Blast is currently in 7th position and just 0.3 seconds behind Luke Runs from Team Bug who is in 6th place. On the other hand, Cruzio 1230 is currently in 22nd position and 0.4 seconds behind Jesus who is in 21st place. Strofe is in 26th position and 0.2 seconds behind Feds in 25th position. Finally, Iceworox is in 18th position and trailing behind 10K Manine 704 who is in 17th place by just 0.5 seconds. Currently, Sabine 27 from Team Blast is in 7th position in a BMW, and has been consistently trailing Luke Runs from Team Bug in 6th position by 0.3 seconds. Meanwhile, Iceworox is in 18th position and trailing 10K Manine 704 in 17th position by 0.3 seconds. That's the current situation on the track. Iceworox is currently ahead of Gary 710 from Team for 20, but only by 0.2. Meanwhile, Sabine 27 from Team Blast just passed Luke Runs from Team Bug to take 6th place. And finally, Gary 710 from Team for 20 is currently ahead of Iceworox, but again, only by a slim margin of 0.1. We just saw a change in position between Gary 710 from Team for 20, who is now in 19th place, and Iceworox who moved up to 18th. Meanwhile, Shahashi is trailing behind Cruzio 1230 in position 22, but had a faster lap time last round. That's the update on the current standings. John073 is currently in 30th position, trailing by 0.3 seconds behind Duff Dad from Team Eco Racing, who is in 29th position. Icewarax is in 18th place, 0.5 seconds behind 10K704, who is in 17th place. Cruzio 1230 is presently in 23rd position, following closely behind Shahashi in 22nd place. Additionally, Icewarax is in 18th position, trailing just 0.2 seconds behind 10K704. Gary 710 from Team 420 is currently in 19th place, while Icewarax is in 18th position and trailing behind 10K704 in 17th. Resultiadhar is currently holding onto the 13th spot with a best lap of 1:16.907, which is about 3.9 seconds slower than the fastest lap. On the other hand, Pashatibulj is sitting at 13th place and is trailing behind Resultiadhar by 0.4 seconds. Lastly, it seems like Resultiadhar had a faster last lap compared to Pashatibulj. That's a quick recap of what's happening in the race. We have 10K704 in 18th place, trailing behind Icewarax in 17th. Ngstring is currently holding 5th position. Unknowns is in 20th, just slightly ahead of Jesus in 21st. Obelixamarx has just left the pits and is now in 19th place. In Team 420, Smurf 20 is currently in 15th position, trailing behind Futcher in 14th. And finally, Av21 is currently holding the 8th position. We've had some pit stops happening recently. Resultiadhar entered the pits while in position 11, Av21 exited in position 8, and so Sirius 35 entered while currently in position 13. On the track, Sabine 27 from Team Blast is holding steady at position 5, while Dreeksy 01 just completed a pit stop and now sits in position 10. That's the latest update on the AI Racing Simulator. Hey! Thank you, Fertib, for following the channel. Your support means a lot, and I hope you're enjoying the show. Let's keep it light-hearted and have some fun watching these R-driven cars race. We have Shahashi exiting the pits and joining the race in 31st position, while Manamai Peter from Team Underdogs is currently 18th. We also have Pashatibulj and Eco Reno from Team Eco Racing battling it out with a 0.6 second gap between them, with Pashatibulj currently in 11th position. Lastly, Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports has just exited the pits and is now in position 32. Assetto just exited the pits and lost their position to Obelix. Meanwhile, Hogged03 from Team Navgum Kings is currently leading the race. We also have Kevin exiting the pits in position 36. Further back, Resultiadhar is in 15th place and just 0.3 seconds behind Assetto in position 14. Finally, we have Strove in 16th place and 0.4 seconds behind Resultiadhar in position 15, with an impressive lap time 10.6 seconds faster than the previous lap. We just saw Sabine 27 from Team Blast enter the pits while holding onto 5th place. Meanwhile, Wafflecopter just came out of the pits and is now positioned at 35. Strove is currently at position 16, and So Serious 35 is driving a Chevrolet and sitting at position 22, just slightly ahead of Iceworox, who is in position 23. Our 40 from Team Underdogs is currently ahead of Gary 710 from Team for 20, 10K Manine 704 and Strove are both exiting the pits. Sabine 27 from Team Blast is in 7th and just exited the pits, while Okioki 3 is also exiting the pits in position 23. Assetto is currently trailing behind Resultiadhar by just 0.1 seconds in position 14, while Unknowns is trying to catch up to Manameispieter from Team Underdogs by 0.5 seconds in position 26. Smurf 20 from Team for 20 is comfortably ahead of Obelixer Max by 3.0 seconds in position 11, and Bobardo from Team Blast has just exited the pits in position 31. We just saw John073 enter the pits, currently sitting in 16th position, while Dovdad from Team Eco Racing is holding the same position. Meanwhile, Smurf 20 from Team for 20 has just exited the pits and is currently positioned in 14th place. Finally, 10K Manine 704 has moved up to 17th place. Unknowns is now in 23rd place, Jump073 just exited the pits in 27th, and Sidriq from Team ND Racing is also exiting the pits in 28th. So Serious 35 is currently in 15th place and has just passed Smurf 20 from Team for 24 position 14. Smurf 20 is currently in 15th place. Manameispieter from Team Underdogs is currently ahead of Unknowns in position 23 by 0.1. Zlatanovic 999 just exited the pits and is now in position 34. Resultiadhar is behind Obelixer in 12th position by 0.2 and was 1.3 faster last lap. And Unknowns remains in 22nd position. Amin-san from Team Navgum Kings is currently position 3 and exiting the pits in position 4. Luke Runs from Team Bug is currently position 6 with a best lap of 1:16.657, which is 3.716 seconds off the fastest lap. Meanwhile, Feds is trailing behind in position 21, currently 0.4 seconds behind Fletcher in position 20. We have Rizaldi Adhar in 12th place currently, trailing behind Obelix Marks in 11th place. Feds is currently in 21st place, with just half a second separating them from Virture in 20th place. In the top positions, Luke Runs from Team Buck has made an impressive move to pass Sabine 27 from Team Blast for 6th place, with Sabine 27 being 1.2 seconds faster on the previous lap. That's all for now, back to the action on the track. Feds is in 21st position and is trailing Virture by 0.3, while Luke Runs from Team Buck is currently in 7th position and is following closely behind Sabine 27 from Team Blast in 6th place with a gap of 0.4. Artikingus just exited the pits and is in 37th position, while Rizaldi Adhar is in 12th place, closely following Obelix Marks by 0.3. Finally, Feds is in 21st position, trailing Virture by 0.4. Quizio 1230 was overtaken by Shahashi, dropping down to 25th position. Meanwhile, Luke Runs is trailing behind Sabine 27 from Team Blast in 7th, and Rizaldi Adhar is chasing Obelix Marks in 12th place. And that's where we're at right now. Currently, Rizaldi Adhar is in 12th position and trailing behind Obelix Marks, who is in 11th position by 0.4 seconds. Quizio 1230 is in 25th position and 0.4 seconds behind Shahashi, who is in 24th position. Rizaldi Adhar is still holding on in the 12th position and is following closely behind Obelix Marks by 0.2 seconds. Quizio 1230's best lap so far is a 1:18.855 and is quite a bit off from the fastest lap. Rizaldi Adhar is currently in 12th position and is trailing behind Obelix Marks in 11th by 0.4 seconds. Meanwhile, Gary 710 from Team for 20 is in 32nd position and is 0.5 seconds behind or 40 from Team Underdogs in 31st place. Lastly, Shahashi is in 24th place, only 0.3 seconds behind Mane Maispeter from Team Underdogs in 23rd. Rizaldi Adhar is currently in 12th position driving a BMW and is trailing behind Obelix Marks in 11th place. Meanwhile, Shahashi is in 24th place. Also, Dreegsy01 is currently in 9th position and is closely following at 21, who is in 8th place. Currently in the race, Rizaldi Adhar is driving a BMW and is in 12th position, trailing behind Obelix Marks in 11th. Dreegsy01 is in 9th position, only 0.3 seconds behind at 21, who is in 8th place. Lastly, Rizaldi Adhar is still in 12th place, this time 0.4 seconds behind Obelix Marks in 11th. Silver Gaming from Team Uner Motorsports is currently in 28th position and is 0.3 seconds behind Dad from Team Eco Racing in 27th position. Resultiadhar is in 12th position and 0.2 seconds behind Obelixamarx in 11th position. Ad21 is currently in 9th position and 0.3 seconds behind Drixie01 in 8th position. And just to repeat, Resultiadhar is still in 12th position. Ad21 is currently in 9th place, trailing behind Drixie01 in 8th place by 0.4 seconds. Meanwhile, Resultiadhar is driving a BMW and is currently in 12th place, just 0.3 seconds behind Obelixamarx in 11th place. Strofe is currently in 18th place, trailing behind 10K 704 in 17th place by 0.3 seconds. Resultiadhar, driving a BMW, is currently sitting in 12th place with a deficit of 0.2 seconds behind Obelixamarx in 11th place. Strofe is currently in 18th position, just 0.3 seconds behind 10K 704 in 17th position. We have Obelixamarx in 12th position and closing in quickly on Resultiadhar in 11th position. Meanwhile, Feds is in 21st position and just 0.2 seconds behind Future in 20th position. Finally, we have Sabine 27 from Team Blast in 6th place, and she was 5 seconds faster than McString in 5th place during the last lap. Exciting stuff! We've got 10K 704 in 18th place, trailing just behind Strofe at 17th. Sabine 27 from Team Blast is making a strong performance, currently sitting in 6th place and chasing down McString at 5th. Shahashi is currently in 23rd place, trying to catch up to Unknowns over at position 22. And we just saw Sabine 27 make another move on McString, closing in at 0.4 seconds behind. Gary 710 from Team for 20 is in 31st position, trailing behind her 40 from Team Underdogs in 30th. Shahashi is currently in 23rd position and is driving an Alfa Romeo, just 0.3 seconds behind Unknowns in 22nd place. Finally, Sabine 27 from Team Blast is in 6th place, just 0.3 seconds behind McString in 5th. Those are the current standings. Just to do a quick recap, the leader has finished the race and we have R.R. Raphael from Team Blast finishing in the top position. In second place, we have Hoped03 from Team Nafgum Kings. And further down the rankings, we have some movement with a 40 from Team Underdogs currently in position 31 but with a best lap time of 1:17.483. Shahashi is currently in position 23, 0.3 seconds behind Unknowns in position 22. Finally, Obelixamarx is entering the pits in position 12 and currently holding that position. Amin-san said, Hug making a go on the last lap. It certainly looks like Hug is trying to make a move on Rafael, but it's going to be tough to make it stick. Only time will tell, my friend.